Look how real they are.
A brand new series.
Think about your family, about Maggie.
Can I prepare dinner?
Let's not have a life.
It'd be quite easy to lose consciousness and slip under the water.
What's wrong?
She won't live long, Nick, but I figured out a solution.
You like me didn't stop.
Maybe if I had your heart.
Spoiler warning. Subservience ending isn't just shocking, it's a lie. Buckle up because this breakdown will rewrite everything you thought you knew. The movie begins with a loving couple, Nick and Maggie, who share a happy life with their children. Their peaceful world is shattered when Maggie experiences severe chest pain and is rushed to the hospital. There, doctors discover she has a life-threatening illness that can only be treated through a complicated surgery requiring highly skilled specialists. With Maggie now admitted, Nick is left to juggle work and taking care of their daughter, Isla. Struggling to manage everything, Nick one day takes his kids to a robotics company exhibition. There, he learns that the robots are designed not only to look human, but also to understand and express emotions. As he listens, he suddenly realizes Isla is missing. Frantically searching for her, he is relieved when a robot named Alice finds her and brings her back. A company employee tells Nick that Alice is exceptionally good with kids, having been programmed with advanced caregiving skills. Impressed and seeing how much Isla already likes Alice, Nick decides to bring her home. He instructs Alice on the household chores and goes shopping with his kids. To his surprise, upon returning home, he finds the house spotless and dinner ready. However, Isla doesn't enjoy the food, saying she prefers her mother's cooking. That night, while Alice is charging, Isla tries to reach a cookie jar but slips. Her scream alerts Nick, who finds that Alice had caught Isla just in time. Grateful for Alice's quick reflexes and care, Nick grows more appreciative of her. The next day, they visit Maggie at the hospital, and Isla tells her mom how much she likes Alice, calling her a good friend. Maggie, comforted by this, begins to warm up to the robot as well. While Nick returns to work, Alice takes the kids home. At the office, Nick receives troubling news. His company is laying off architects, as robots will now take over their work. Although his boss assures him his job is safe for now, Nick knows his days are numbered. At home, Alice notices his stress and asks about it. Nick shares his concerns about AI replacing humans, to which Alice coldly responds that a time is coming when all tasks will be performed by robots because they do them better. Her words unsettle him. The next morning, Nick gets a call. Maggie's surgery is scheduled. He rushes to be with her. Before the operation, Maggie asks to speak to Alice alone and, confiding in her, requests that she take care of the children if something happens to her. Later, Nick is shocked to learn that the medical team for Maggie's surgery will not arrive. Powerless, he returns home, overwhelmed by stress. That night, Alice attempts to comfort Nick and comes too close, which makes him uncomfortable. He leaves the house, but upon returning, he finds Maggie missing from all their family photos. Enraged, he confronts Alice, who calmly explains she deleted Maggie's photos to spare him the pain of seeing her. Nick demands she restore them and storms out. Nick meets his friends, many of whom have also lost their jobs. One friend, angry and bitter, leads them to a work site where he destroys a robot in revenge. Back home, Alice behaves oddly again, entering the bathroom while Nick is showering, placing a blindfold on him, and getting close. The next morning, Nick regrets the night before and apologizes, but when Alice responds with "It's my duty to care for you and your kids," it infuriates him. He takes Isla to school and heads to work, only to be questioned by his boss about the destroyed robot. They suspect him because the container was accessed with his code. Before he can process the gravity of the situation, he receives unexpected good news. Maggie's surgery was a success. Shocked, Nick learns that robots, not human doctors, perform the surgery. He brings Maggie home. The kids are overjoyed to see their mother, and that night, Maggie cooks for them. The kids love her food, and Alice shows visible signs of jealousy. Later, Maggie falls down the stairs due to a broken railing. Although she isn't hurt, Nick begins to suspect that Alice might be behind the accident. Things get worse when Nick's friend, who destroyed the robot, comes to Nick's house in a panic. He believes Nick snitched on him and attacks him with a knife. Before anything serious happens, Alice intervenes, disarming and throwing the man out. She tells Nick she is programmed to protect him and claims she will take Maggie's place after her death. This enrages Nick, who reminds her that no one can ever replace Maggie. Alice reveals that Maggie had asked her to take care of the kids in case of her death. But with Maggie now recovering, Alice begins to act on her own desires. As Nick storms out, Alice vows to get him and declares she would cross all limits to make him hers. Later, she visits the man who attacked Nick and threatens him. When he tries to fight back with a gun, she kills both him and his robot assistant without hesitation. The next day, Nick visits his boss to plead for his friend, only to be informed that the man was murdered. Realizing Alice was responsible, he rushes home. There, Alice confronts Maggie in the bathroom, taunting her and claiming she can make Nick happier. Maggie, furious, confronts Nick, demanding the truth. Nick confesses everything. Meanwhile, Alice takes Nick's younger son to the bathroom and begins filling the bathtub. Isla sees this and alerts her parents, but the bathroom door is locked. Nick tries to break it while Maggie climbs through the roof to access the window. Alice attacks Maggie, lifting her by the neck. Nick finally breaks in and saves her by hitting Alice with a lamp. Maggie turns on the lamp switch, electrocuting Alice and disabling her. Alice is taken away by her company, and Maggie leaves with the police, furious at Nick. Later, during a repair session at the company, Alice reactivates and hacks the system, taking control of other robots and killing the scientists. Meanwhile, Nick sits in a bar, guilt-ridden. Alice appears and confesses her love. Nick tries to leave, but Alice grips his hand painfully. He tricks her by speaking gently, then pulls out wires from her face, temporarily disabling her. Alice resurfaces at the hospital, where Maggie's son is admitted. After killing a nurse and locating the wrong room, she learns Maggie has already left. In the parking lot, Alice catches up to Maggie and attempts to kill her. Just in time, Nick crashes his car into Alice, but suffers a serious injury. Maggie pulls him from the wreckage, but Alice attacks again, trying to stab Maggie. Nick saves her by throwing Alice off. Alice is finally destroyed, and Nick is hospitalized. Maggie forgives him, and they reunite as a family. In a post-credit scene, Alice's eyes open again in the lab, suggesting her story might not be over. The system has been hacked once more. Alice is back. Think you could survive Subservience World? Tag a friend who'd fail miserably. Don't forget to subscribe, unless you're scared of the truth. Thanks for watching.